Yes, fight fans, body and mind, sports. Welcome. You are fully appreciated if you are here for another session of boxing talk, my people. And in this round, my guys, I do have some very interesting news for you people, and it concerns somebody who many people in the boxing world right now, British boxing anyway, consider him to be a national treasure and goes by the name Derek Chisora, my guys. My people, Derek War Chisora, war by name, war by nature. So you know already why British fans love Derek Chisora, because you know he just brings the violence. To put it simply, is either he's doing violence to his opponent or he's getting violence done against him. Either way, he comes to fight every time. You know, never ever being a slouch. But guess what? Derek Chisora is now 40 years old and just came off the best win of his career against Joe Joyce. And after that best win, well, there's been a lot of questions raised as to whether Derek Chisora, the 40-year-old Derek Chisora, very much at retirement age right now, to tell you the truth. The questions are whether you should call it a day on boxing and retire, my people. But we're gonna get into that in a second, my guys, because Derek Chisora has flipped his finger at all those questions right now. Flipped his finger at all those questions and is now linked to fight next Gerald Big Baby Miller, my people. Gerald Big Baby Miller is mostly known for his doping in the follow-up to the Anthony Joshua fight, which of course halted the possibility of that fight happening and never came into fruition, my guys. Anthony Joshua giving a late replacement in Andy Ruiz, and we all know how that went. Okay, so no more to say then on that. But Big Baby Miller though since then has returned and does have a loss now on his record against Daniel Dubois, my guys, who handed Miller the first loss of his career, and also in that loss, the first KO loss in his career also. And he has, however though, since then done one better versus Andy Ruiz, where he actually managed to clinch a draw in that fight. And many people actually thought that Miller should have actually got the nod in the decision in his fight with Ruiz. But I am of a different opinion, my guys, because I actually thought that Andy Ruiz won that fight, you know. And I've watched that fight so many times and I don't see why people are thinking that Miller should have won that fight, my people. But there you go. I mean, he does have a draw. However, it's better than a loss, my people. So that was the last fight that Miller had, and that was against Andy Ruiz, my people. And we have Chisora on the other hand, who I would describe as really performing above his league right now. He is really his last fight, he surprised everybody. In that fight, he was a big underdog against Joyce at the O2 Arena, my people. Like I said, not only did he knock down Joyce, he got the decision win, my people, which is great for a 40-year-old who is considering retirement. At that time, Joyce himself, he's not a spring chicken. I think he's like 37, 38 years old. But he hasn't been through the sport like Chisora has. He hasn't taken that much punishment. But we do have to consider though that before he actually got an opportunity with Chisora, Joyce had already gone through two KO losses back to back against Zhilei Zhang, my guys. The first one was a 6th round stoppage, and I believe the second one was a 3rd round stoppage. I think it was in the 3rd round. Yeah. But also Joyce did do a little better in his next fight, and he beat Cash Ali. I don't really see Cash Ali to be a big challenge like that, to tell you the truth. Although his name gets bounced around here now and again in the heavyweight boxing, you know, but it's not really, you know what I mean. But yeah, Joyce got that win there before he went on to fight Derek Chisora. And I'll tell you one brilliant thing that is I would say what put the icing on the cake for that win for Chisora, because Joe Joyce once upon a time a very, very dangerous opponent. I don't think many people see him as that now, because he's been exposed now. I mean, he wasn't the only fighter. In fact, he was the first fighter to hand Daniel Dubois a loss. Not only just a loss, but he stopped Dubois and broke his orbital bone in 3 places, smashed it like a china plate. That was Joyce. Once upon a time, he was known as the unstoppable juggernaut. The man was using his forehead to headbutt punches, walking through everything just to get to his opponent. I mean, if you give this man an opportunity, he'd probably walk through a wall. Although he is very slow and clunky, you know, it doesn't seem very smart as a fighter either. You know, he just a come forward, jab, right hand type of fighter, if you ask me. But that's a great win for Chisora, though, who is 40 years old. Another thing that Joyce has achieved, what makes Chisora's win excellent as well, is that he beat Joe Parker. Joe Joyce has beaten Joe Parker before. Joe Parker at the time, though, was not a champion anymore, but a former champion nonetheless, my guys. So that is what Joyce has done, and he was in fact the first person to hand Parker his first KO loss, my people. Yeah, that's what Joyce has done, and that's what makes Chisora's win over Joyce that much more exquisite, my guys, for lack of a better term, my people. But yeah, Chisora now, though, like I said, is at 40 years old, my people. And after his win over Joyce at the O2 Arena, I have said at the O2 Arena in London, my people. Well, there's been a lot of questions raised as to whether he should retire now. On a high, after a great win, he's earned handsomely in the sport of boxing, my people. And not only that, his faculties are fully intact, and his awareness is still all there, my people. Is still all there. But concerning this, I did see a conversation with Chisora and Simon Jordan. I believe it was on Talk Sport, my guys. And Simon Jordan did raise this question, and according to Chisora, he will consider retiring after 50 fights. That's 5-0, my guys. After 50 fights, my people. And with this fight with Miller, if it comes through, well, Chisora will be just one fight closer to his 50th fight, which will, of course, you know, if he has his 50th fight, possibly might be the end of his career then, and he might be 41 years old already by then, when by the time he squeezes 50 2 fights in to make it 50 fights in his career, my guys, my people. And yeah, that's it, my guys. That's it, my guys, with Derek Chisora. Let's see whether he keeps his word on that. But knowing Chisora, he loves the fight, and he has indicated that he still has a lot more in him though. But I am of the opinion that you know, every fighter knows their mental, every fighter knows their emotions, their internal emotions. Every fighter knows their physique and how much they can take. So it's up to a fighter to call his own retirement. However, there's another screaming voice in my head saying there's only so many times that you can test the hand of fate, you know, before it grabs you, yeah, and delivers to you your worst nightmare. And we don't really want to see the worst happen to anybody, any fighter. We don't want to see the worst happen to ourselves as well. So you know, that's there to be considered in Chisora's case. But he has taken this fight with Miller, and Miller has considered that also, that Chisora is no longer in his prime at 40 years old. However, he has said that he will train hard for this fight with Chisora regardless of his age, and he described jumping in the ring with Chisora as giving a dog a chance to bite you. And so therefore, if you give a dog a chance to bite you, he is going to bite. So for that reason, he is going to be fully ready. And I hope he doesn't sleep on Chisora for 1 inch, because I could smell a loss pending, my guys. Because Gerald Big Baby Miller, since his drug escapade, his performance enhancement escapade, well, you know, he seems to have slowed down a lot. He doesn't seem to have as much stamina, as much steam in his fights like he used to have. So if he's looking to pitter-patter his way with Chisora, because Miller does not hit that hard, despite him being almost 300 pounds, my guys, possibly more. Possibly more. He doesn't hit that hard. He more kind of labors you and draws and grinds you down. And if he's betting on that, he's got a surprise, because Chisora is one of the most durable fighters. Massive endurance tank. And even then, the reason why I say he's so durable as well and has massive endurance is even when you can see in his face, this man is knackered, he's tired, he's still punching, coming forward. So yeah, that's why I say that Chisora might have a loss waiting for Miller, my guys, if he's not careful. So don't sleep on Chisora, not even for 1 bit, not even for 1 minute, my people, my guys. And just to cap everything all off, yeah, Chisora, like I said, has beaten Joyce. Yeah, so that means Chisora has beaten the man in Joyce, who beat the man in Dubois. Yeah, I told you, cracked his orbital bone. That beat the man in Miller, my guys. So yeah, that's how dangerous, you know, Chisora is looking right now. Although it would be fair to consider that possibly Joyce is not the fighter that he used to be after his 2 losses to Zhilei Zhang, my guys, my people. And with that said, that's all I have for you on this boxing talk, my guys. You can catch me next time right here on this channel on Body and Mind Sports, my people. But before you leave, before you get out the door, my guys, do give us the thumbs up. Do like, do share, subscribe, and of course drop your comments below, my people. And as always, like I say, you know, everybody stay fully blessed. And with that, I'm out of here, man. Yes, and wait people, I still got one more thing, my guys. I wasn't gonna put this in there, but I think I should ask this question. What happened to the fight between White and Chisora? Did anyone know about this? Well, before all this talk about Miller and Chisora, well, I remember, I know my eyes ain't playing games on me. I even made a video on this. I remember a conversation between White and Chisora, where White actually approached Chisora. I've forgotten which media station it was, which media channel it was. But he had White approach Chisora very amicably, of course. Asked Chisora for a third fight, my guys. To make a third fight. As we know, they've had 2 wars already. Chisora, who's also had 2 wars with Parker as well. And 3 wars with Tyson Fury. He lost all of them. But like I said, war by name, war by nature. He always brings it. But concerning his fight with Dillian White, the one that they were talking about this year, 2024, my people. It can't have been more than 2 months old, this conversation, where White, of course, asked for a third fight with Chisora, and Chisora's answer is yes, he's interested in making a third fight as long as the money is right. Of course, we know Chisora, this stage of his career, he's chasing that bag, my guys. He wants that bag, and he did say that, look, Eddie Hearn has agreed that he is willing to look at that fight and make it happen. However, though, Eddie Hearn wants it for peanuts, my guys, and Chisora, he's not going for that, my guys. So he's decided that maybe you should have a conversation with Frank Warren. Maybe you should approach Frank Warren. Did he approach Frank Warren for a fight with Dillian White? I don't know. I think that would be a great fight, actually, because the first 2 fights was massive. Very, very, very interesting fight there. For me, it was a barn burner. And yeah, that would be interesting. That would be another interesting fight for Chisora to cap off his career. After, if he goes on to fight Big Baby Miller, that is. And imagine if he beats Big Baby Miller and then he goes on to beat White. That would be a great win. And him versus White, both fights are two situations there where he could possibly come away with a win. I've already told you how he could come away with a win with Miller. But with White, in their second fight, they actually, a lot of people actually thought that Chisora won that one, their second fight, to tell you the truth. But I really don't have any opinion on that. You know, it could have gone either way if you ask me. But yeah, that's all I wanted to deliver to you guys, my people. What's happened to the White fight? If you know any more about that, I've not heard about it since. If you know, drop it in the comments also. And yeah, give us the heads up, my guys. But with that said, though, bless my guys, my people.